Namaste. Good evening to all of the teachers from NTR region. I welcome you to Spotlight Teacher Voices. Today's topic of the Spotlight is sport integration and curriculum. We will be joined by the teachers of NTR. They will explain a little bit about how sports is important in integrating into the curriculum and how sports is essential in student life. Before I start, I'm going to explain a little bit about Gurushala. So Gurushala is an initiative of Indus Tower Private Limited and Vodafone Idea Foundation, and the activities are implemented on ground by Pratham Education Foundation. So as I move ahead, I would like to uh, explain to all of the teachers that you can participate in this spotlight by making notes. If there are any ideas and suggestions that has been done by our teachers, and you like that, you can keep a note of that. And if you have any suggestions, comments, you can type it in the comment section in English or Hindi. Currently, we're going to address that in this language, but I'm sure the teachers who join us today will also kind of respond to that query in their own local language. Um, um, Sign up for Gurushala for regular updates and training and workshop. There are competition webinars that we held monthly and very regularly on topics of education. And at the end of the spotlight, a Google form will be shared for attendance, and all the participants who are who are going to input their name, please note that for keeping the email addresses correct in the form. So as I move ahead, I will invite our teachers from NTR region, and I'm going to just one by one introduce our teachers. A lot of teachers will also join us in between the session. So currently we have two teachers. One is Kusum ma'am and one is Nagalakshmi ma'am. I'm going to little bit brief about them. Mrs. Nagalakshmi ma'am is an English teacher from CPR Zilla Panchayat High School, Velgaruru, and from the NTR district. And we are also joined by Kusum ma'am, who are is a secondary grade teacher in the Municipal Corporation School in Vijayawada NTR district. So welcome ma'am to our spotlight, and we humbly welcome you to our this topic of integrating sports into the curriculum.
Thank you.
So ma'am, can you little bit introduce yourself to the also to the audience?
Kusma
Hi
ma'am, please.
everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening. This is Kusuma, a second grade teacher from Municipal Corporation School, Vijayawada, NTR district. I'm so happy to be a part of this Gurushala and a part of this spotlight session. Uh, Let us enjoy this session for this upcoming 1.5 hours, where we'll speak a lot about how sports integrate with the curriculum. Thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Okay, good evening to all. This is R.V. Nagalakshmi, working as SA English from CPR ZPHS Velagaleru, NTR district. I am privileged to be a part of this program wherein we will be discussing what are the advantages of integrating the sports into the curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are also joined by our another teacher whose name is Iqbal Pasha. Welcome, Iqbal Pasha, sir. I would like you to invite you to introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Sheikh Iqbal Pasha from MAMC High School, Vijayawada, NTR district from Andhra Pradesh. So, I extend my hearty welcome to you in joining me in this interesting talk. So, it's a very, very interesting talk to speak a few words about this integration of the sports and education system. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And we are also I also like to invite Ratna Kamal Babu, sir. Hi, sir. Are you able to hear us?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Very interesting program today, sir. the integration of sports, because the integration of sports in our curriculum and the pedagogical approach, that is very useful regarding the physical activities, including indigenous sports, pedagogical practices, developing skills such as collaboration, such as the self-discipline, maintaining self-initiative, self-direction, teamwork, responsibility. So very nice, and that really helps our students. Really, it increases the spirit of the children. So welcome you all to this talk. All the best.
Thank you, sir. As we speak, I must tell that the Ratna Kabal Babu sir is a very avid football enthusiast. He likes to play football. His favorite sports is football. And as we go ahead in the session, we're going to talk a little bit about other teachers also, how their interest and what are the sports they like the most. Uh, I'm just going to start with a little bit brief about sports and curriculum. I myself is a very vivid uh, uh, a dreamer and also a player in multiple sports. I play cricket, football, and I would also been a part of NCC, which is also we call a sport. Um, I've represented Delhi also in national level camps. I understand that sports is a platform which brings together a sense of collaboration among the students, and also kind of a way to kind of develop our understanding, learning, and skills. I think the sports, from my understanding, uh, is a place where we learn how to hone our skill and how to focus it into one direction. And there are many principles and rules that we understand while playing a specific game. And if we switch the game to the other games, and we also learn to how to be flexible in life and how to have divisive strategy about everything. So I think that is my two takes on sports, and that is what I have learned from the sports. And I'm humble that we are joined by four teachers from NTR region, and they would like to go ahead with the discussion. So I'll start the discussion with a little bit about the first question that I'm going to put up for the teachers is, how do you think teachers, like, what is the importance of sports integration? So I would like to invite Kusum Zan for a little bit of answering to this question.
So, thank you, sir. What is the importance of sports integration? That is the first question that is asked by Gurushala. Now, my dear teachers, I think sports plays a very important role in the integration of curriculum. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, how sports to answer this question? Before that, I would like to share my experience. I myself, when I studied, when I was a young girl, when I was studying upper primary, I was very good at playing volleyball, throw ball, and even tennis. So that helped me to be physically fit and mentally strong. And whatever I am today now, it is just because of the sports that I have played when I was young. So that is the impact of sports on us. Now, coming to the integration of sports in our curriculum, actually, the basic level, the students, we cannot make them to learn everything in a remote way or in a rote method. They need something very important for them to learn. So, if we include the sports, then it stimulates the cognitive, disciplinary, and motor learning of the students. So, what do we mean by motor learning? Cognitive learning. So, cognitiveness, they will be able to sharpen their minds and then understand what the teachers are saying in the class. So, whenever a boy or a girl of our class goes out and plays for a little time and comes back to the class, he'll be very active and he will concentrate on what we are saying in the class. In the same way, the disciplinary action of the students also increases due to sports, because there they will be able to get the team spirit, and also the disciplinary action will be learned by them during playing the sports, and it stimulates the motor learning also. So the motor skills, the fine motor skills or the gross motor skills. So actually, when we integrate arts and sports in curriculum, the arts part goes for the fine motor fine motor skills, to develop the fine motor skills. But if we go for the physical activities or the physical sports that we conduct in our classes, in our schools, definitely it will help for the gross motor skills to be developed by the students. And it also sharpens the instincts of the learners through an active process instead of rote learning. So, rote learning is something that we used to do, but now our students want to learn everything in a playway method. కదా ఏది నేర్చుకోవాలనుకున్నా కానీ వాళ్ళ ఆటల ద్వారా పాటల ద్వారా నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఇష్టపడుతున్నారు కానీ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఇఫ్ వి మేక్ దెమ్ టు సిట్ అండ్ గివ్ ఏ బుక్ ఫర్ దెమ్ టు రీడ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు రీడ్ ఎనీథింగ్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు రిమెంబర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ బట్ ఇఫ్ వీ ఇన్కల్కేట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇన్ టు స్పోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ గేమ్స్ ప్లేవే మెథడ్ యాక్టివిటీ బేస్డ్ మెథడ్ వీటిని కనుక మనం స్పోర్ట్స్ లాగానో గేమ్స్ లాగానో కండక్ట్ చేయగలిగితే డెఫినెట్లీ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు grasp what we are saying. So it sharpens the instincts of the learners through an active process instead of this rote learning. And what about the why we are giving such importance for this sports? Because it develops collaboration. The first thing is collaboration. So the students will be able to collaborate with each other, and also they will be able to collaborate with whatever they are doing in the class. ప్రతిదీ వాళ్ళు ఏం చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో ఎలా చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళ ఆలోచన విధానాన్ని కానీ అన్నిటినీ కొలాబరేట్ చేసుకోవడం అన్నది ఈ స్పోర్ట్స్ నుంచి వాళ్ళు నేర్చుకుంటారు. ద నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇనిషియేటివ్నెస్. దే విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు సెల్ఫ్ ఇనిషియేటివ్ దెమ్సెల్వ్స్. దే విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు టేక్ ద డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్. సో దాట్ కమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది స్పోర్ట్స్ దే ఆర్ ప్లేయింగ్. They cannot learn decision making by when we explain something in the class. Class లో కూర్చోబెట్టి లెసన్ చెప్పేస్తే దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు లెర్న్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఆర్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు టేక్ ఎనీ డెసిషన్స్. బట్ ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ అలౌడ్ టు ప్లే ద స్పోర్ట్స్ ఆర్ గేమ్స్ ఇన్ ద గ్రౌండ్, they will be able to take the decisions with whom they have to play, what they have to play, when they have to play. So everything they will be able to do. And the next thing is self direction. They will be able to focus on their goals, what they want to become or what they want to learn or what they want to do. So that comes from the sports. They will learn everything from the sports itself. And the next thing and very important thing is self discipline. That is lacking now in our students. Self discipline is the best thing. When I think you remember how we used to be when we are in our schools, when we studied, we are disciplined, isn't it? But now, can we see the discipline in our schools? Maybe. No, isn't it? Little bit of, we are far behind that. Now, the discipline, why we are not able to make our students be disciplined in our classes, why we are not able to make our students to be self-focused, or why we are not able to make our students to be self-initiative, we are not giving more scope for the students to participate in the sports. We are making them to sit in the classes and learn something, and that is going for the energy in them. What they are doing, we know that our students are having a lot of energy in them, right? So now they have to use that energy. That energy must be used by them. But how they are using that energy? Simply by sitting in the class or taking the books and reading. Their energy won't be used there. So if we make them to go out and play for some time, if we make them to participate in sports or games, their energy will be used there, and then they'll come with fresh minds to the class and they will be self-disciplined. So for the students to maintain self-discipline, the sports integration in our curriculum is a must. And the next one is teamwork. Teamwork is very important in sports. We can see how a game is won by some of the students, or even whatever the sport they play, how can they win it? It's just because of the teamwork. So if they are able to collaborate themselves, and if they are able to speak with each other, if they are able to take self-initiative, if they are self-disciplined, and if they are able to play the game in the teamwork, definitely they are going to win it, isn't it? The same thing, it goes into our curriculum also. If in curriculum also, if this child is self-disciplined in sports, definitely he will be self-disciplined in the class also. And he will learn more than the other students in the class. And the last one is the responsibility. The student will be more responsible. We can see the students in our schools, definitely we are having some students, those who participate in games and sports, those who go to other mandals or other districts to play national level, state level, or district level, even mandal level, just have a look at them, how they are. They play the sports when we can say that they are all rounders of our school, isn't it? So, how could they become the all rounders? Yes, they are physically strong. By playing sports, they are physically strong, and that made them to be mentally strong. And the encouragement what the teachers are giving in the schools, will definitely make them to be the all-rounder of the class. So I think that is the importance of sports integration. It makes learning fun. So activities or the sports that we can do in our classes. We may not say sports means that they have to go out of the ground, they have to go outside, not in the classroom, just only outside. Playing is not sports or not games. Even we can conduct some small sports in our classes also. That brings team spirit in our students. That makes our students to enjoy learning. So sports integration will make the students to learn in a joyful way. I think that is what I want to say about the importance of sports integration. If my colleagues, any one of you, if you want to extend something for this, you can please.
I think you have left nothing. You have covered all the aspects. Okay. So I would like to add to your points that the sports integration in our curriculum may lead our students to develop the leadership qualities also,
Yeah,
and also the social emotional skills, just as we can face in our sports the winning and the losing, and the how we have to behave while we win a game or lose a game. That also helps us to develop the social emotional skills among our students. And also, as you have said, it develops the teamwork to work collaboratively, and what they have learned through sports can be integrated into our other subjects also while learning that. Okay, these few points I would like to add, giving chance to the others also. Thank you.
So, very good information you shared, ma'am. So, I would like to add some more points here because sports and games are very crucial in students' life. In addition to their academic development, it increases psychological benefit of playing sports. For example, the physical benefits of playing sports are countless for the student. Several physical activities can play a vital role in leading a happy and happier life of our students. For example, it increases overall fitness. We look into our children, many of our children, many of their children, because of lack of special and sufficient nutritious food, they are gaining, they are not up to the mark in sports and games. They are not even ready to compete in a zonal tournament or district tournaments or state tournaments. So, because when we introduce this sports and games in our curriculum, it increases overall fitness of children, including these sports and games can help the students prevent many chronic diseases such as diabetes, cancer, heart diseases, depression, anxiety, stress, and this develop a healthy heart, improve and also improve the bone density. It's very important for the children who are growing in our government schools. And also, these course helps us to get the healthy and the fit body. In the nowadays, many of our children, particularly our government children, because of lacking of sports in our schools, they are coming to schools with a heavy body, heavy fatty body, with a big belly, carrying big belly on their stomachs. So it is pitiful for us. So getting a healthy and fit body done, and we get it by bringing games and sports, by implementing and also encouraging games and sports in our school, because and at the same time preventing disease. Many children, they are suffering with many diseases in our school. particularly the girl children, anemic children. They are suffering lack of sufficient blood in our bodies. So these games and sports, in a great way, they avoid the communicable and non-communicable diseases. We stop them. Sports activities have various impact on the cardiovascular benefits, including decreased blood pressure, improved cardiovascular fitness, and also a positive effect on sleep quality. Nowadays, because of various digitalization, because of various aspects of availability of cellular phones, mobile phones, and the other digital equipments in their home, many of the children they are going on wasting their time using these gadgets in the house. They are lacking sleep. They are wasting their time with lack of sleep. But when these children were encouraged in our after school days, after school hours, when they are encouraged for these games and sports, sure it gives a positive effect on the sleep quality also. Then later on, introducing these sports and games reduce the stress. So in the meantime, in this scenario, many researchers they show the people who are more into sports are more likely to experience high levels of happiness. This is proved also. So that is the reason we are encouraging many people they're starting their daily routine by going to the stadium, by going practicing, by doing some yoga, by doing some cycling, running exercises, all these aerobic exercises. This reduces the stress and also risk of mental and physical disorders such as depressions. So there are many uses of these games and sports introducing in our schools. At the same time, we look into our children. Many of our children they are suffering due to hormonal effects. Now, the role of sports in a game, sports of the students' life can see the form of endorphins, the brain's natural feel-good chemicals, hormones, your body release when it feels pain and stress. So, because of these games and sports, these hormones are released. They are relaxed with the exercises and sports activities. So when you exercise, your body releases dopamine and serotonin, which makes you feel good. So, in my opinion, introducing these games and sports in our curriculum really increases the health and psychological benefits of the children, and it is a great boost and boom to our children. In one of you can add to this.
Uh, Excuse me, sir. May I have doubt now?
Yes, sir.
The same question asked to each and everyone, or we have to extend the points to this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can extend Iqbal Pasha, sir, or you can have your opinion on this
Yes, sir.
discussion.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. As our colleagues already told, covers a lot of points regarding the uh, sports and education. So I would like to explain a brief about this. That first of all, sports and education. Before that, I would like to say one quotation that is, nothing is wealth except health. The
Yes.
saying is, nothing
Right.
is wealth except health. So
Sure.
how can we get the health from playing? By playing the sports, we can get the health. Whatever the wealth, gold, silver, money, all these are useless except the health. That health comes from the sports, playing sports. So this is a very crucial and important, and no one can deny that sports is essential and plays a vital role in the development of a human beings. So here I would like to say, sports and education are two sides of a coin, like head and tail. Both are essential for the development of a human being. To reach the optimum level, zenith level. Okay. Now, how? Let me tell you. Sports is concerned for the physical, and education is concerned for intellectual. So the mind exists in the body, but both are not the same or alike, but both are interlinked and interdependent. Here, at this juncture, I remember the one quotation that a healthy mind in a healthy body, or a sound mind in a sound body. So here, we all of us know very well know about the meaning of this saying that a healthy body in healthy mind in a healthy body. How, for example, I would like to give the one example too. If the person is suffering from the fever, that fever sickness is to the body, not to the mind. But even though the mind disturbs, the fever it affects to the mind also. So our body and the mind, he doesn't want to work, and we want to take a rest. So in the same way, likewise, if the person is who is fitness as per the physical ability, but suddenly he got the news or he heard a news that some one of the relatives of that person is suddenly died. Whenever he heard that sentence or about this incident, he is physically fit, but whereas the mentally he disturbed, there is a pathetic condition that is going on in his mind. So automatically it affects to the body also. So with that we can come conclude that the body and the mind both are interlinked and interdependent. So they are not the same, but without these two, we can't exist. So physical fitness plays a key role in deciding how much the race can be run and won. But nowadays, why the students, parents, and the teachers, and some of the teachers, not all the teachers, some of the teachers neglect the aspect of sports. Here, the man chase for the money, grades, marks, and admission to the best colleges and schools, etc. But finally, I would like to say that the real smart one knows the physical fitness plays a vital role going to end the play certain point of time. So physical fitness gives the extra edge in terms of mental activity. So we have to remember that these two must be go hand in hand. Sports and education should be go hand in hand. I would like to give one more example here. The one person is going to play the chess. So he plays the chess hours together and even for some days also. Why? In order to get the place, in order to win the game. For that, he has to sit in a particular position for hours together. It means the body has to support the person in order to play, in order to win the match, in order to win the game. It means the sports and the sports and education both are essential for the human being, and it's a very essential that without sports the education is nothing at all. And I would like to say here that there are so many benefits from the sports uh, integrated in education. First of all, physical fitness. So wherever the people or the children are fit physically, automatically they also fit in the mental process, and they give the answers, they read very well, and they write very well. Definitely they will get the good position in their lives. In the same way, emotional fitness, when the children play the sports, they control their emotions. Otherwise they can't control their emotions, because nowadays we can conclude that we can say here that due to the lack of the playing sports and games, if they are fail in the examination, what the students are doing in the corporate schools, we are seeing so many cases that commit to suicide. and commit suicide. They are losing their lives. What for? Just simply they fail in the examination, they're losing their lives. It's a very pathetic condition for the parents because the parents brought up the children to come forward and to make their child as the best citizens of the country, not the winners of the country. Okay, so at these junctures, I would like to say that the playing of sports is very essential to develop the social skills. What are the social skills? To express their views freely. They communicate independently what they want. So these kind of social skills develop among the students when they play the sports. And also discipline. If we play the sports in a proper way, the rules, regulation, the restrictions of the game, from that the student also learn the discipline, how to play the game, what are the rules and conditions to play. So in this way he learned the discipline. So that discipline is the weapon of education. Without discipline, no student can get the proper education. First of all, before we get the education, the discipline is very needed, necessary for each and everyone. When he is become a uh, he maintains the discipline in his life, definitely he will get the zenith place. And one more point I would like to say that the student who play the games and sports, he shows the better performance in academics also, because because ours together, just together, if the student is going to read and write only education, he may feel boredom. So we have to give the relaxation by playing the games and sports. Definitely, he will enjoy the games, he will enjoy the sports, and definitely he will come first in the education also. And one more is leadership skills. If the student play, definitely he will become a leader and he will learn the skills. He will learn the leadership qualities from that game. For example, if the person how to conduct the game and how to give the rules and regulation to all the team members. And for example, in the cricket match, the captain is a leader for the cricket match, but only the captain will never play single as in own way. He has to take the contribution, or he will take the helping cooperation and coordination among all the members of the team. Then only he can get or won the result for the country. So even though personal growth, the personal growth is also very, very important. If they play the sports and games, their personal growth is also in a correct way. For example, students who play sports are physically active, which releases the hormones like dopamine and serotonin. These are the two hormones releases by playing the sports physical activity that makes them feel good. So not only that, these two hormones, it make the child to avoid the bad habits from them. For example, what are they? Smoking cigarette, playing other games which are harmful to the students, like that. And one more is suicide attempts. And it inculcate, it boost among the students that it develop the life skills such as a sense of mutual trust. So, and finally, ultimately, I would like to say that sports and games are a crucial and plays a vital role to uplift the versatile development of the student. That is nothing but overall development of the students. Thank you, sir, for giving me this given opportunity.
Thank you, teachers. I'm so glad that every one of you have contributed and built up it in a series where it's coming as a sport, team sport kind of a discussion where you all are building upon the points, and holistically you have all covered it integration of the sports and its importance from various points, be it from the seeing it from the education side, seeing from the team building side, seeing it from the diseases and maintaining fitness, and be it from the social and emotional learning where you kind of express yourself. I'm very humble. Quickly, I'm going to move over to this next question, and the next question is like how sports integration enhance students understanding of concepts, like mathematics or physics, biology, nutrition, all these aspects of the different subjects we would like to cover up in this question. So I invite Nagalakshmi ma'am to speak a little bit more about what she feels about how this enhance an understanding of concepts in our curriculum, like subjects like mathematics, physics, and others.
Thank you, sir. As we all know, in this 21st century, we have to develop certain skills, and more focus is on the academic side. As up to now, we have discussed, we have to develop various qualities and all those. So, through the integration of these sports, we may integrate all our curriculum subjects also. For example, while teaching the mathematics, we can teach them by including the sports concept like drawing upon the field lengths and all the cricket stadium, the length and area and all those things, and the places where the bowlers and the fielders will be there at particular angles and all those things. And while doing with the physics, every sport is included with dealing with the motion, velocity, and all those things. And for example, like throwing a ball, we need some force, and what kind of force, if we put on that, to what length will it go, like that we can include and relate and then explain them to the students, that may make them interesting. And while coming to the biology and other subjects also, as we have discussed, we need to have a healthy body. So we can teach them about what kind of nutritious food helps us in developing that kind of body, and what kind of food makes us fit, like those things. And also for the languages also, in languages we can teach them the sports related vocabulary, and how to deal, what kind of the interview methodologies, like that skills we can develop. And for the social also, we can relate the history of the games in different areas, in different cultures also we can relate. Thus we can relate each and every subject related to the sports in our curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I really like the point where you said language can also be a subject which kind of develop an understanding of sports and hence integration of sports in students' mind, because language plays such a huge role. We have also localized game that we play in our states, and that kind
Yes.
of a strategy that comes from when local understanding has its importance in big games and or other games and applications. So thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to invite. Um, Ratnakamal Babu sir to speak up more about this question.
Sure, sir. So, collaborating and integration of sports in our academics, particularly collaborating a physics class with a sports class. So, that is there. It is a real beauty happening in the classroom. The concept of the physics, like the relationship between speed, gravity, and the weight, particularly can be taught by the game of throwing balls, using different types of balls of different weights. So really, these, I mean, including these games and sports in our schools, really the students can learn many academic, even they can learn many academic definitions and also formula regarding this physical science, particularly the relations between speed and gravity. The person, the student playing in the ground, because under the guidance of the sports person, under the guidance of coach, how much speed the ball should go, how much speed, how much gravity, in which angle the ball should go, which angle the ball should move, really increases the thinking capability and the creative capability, and it increases so the all-round development of the child. Really, then this helps a lot to learn even the physics, the weights, particularly the bodybuilders, the weightlifters, how much the body can weight, how much the body can lift a weight. So what is the weight? Different types of weights. His capability and his strong determination, really, including these sports and games in the schools, increases a great concept we can develop in the physics. And also, in the classroom, particularly, learning some academic definitions and formulas, but they will really learn the real life applications of sports. At the same time, they really life real life applications. What is that? What is that? All that is taught in the classroom. It helps him. He learns them in the classroom, and it helps him to improve or implement or to apply in real life situations. And this is very important, and this is excellent for the benefit of our children. Apart from this also inclusion of sports not only stimulates the cognitive but also disciplinary and motor learning. Very important. A person who is good at sports, he is good to do things in a controlled, orderly, and regular way. That we call as discipline. He learns discipline by playing games. So at the same time, these games reinforces his fitness and academics at the same time. Both they are, and it also sharpening the instincts of the learners through an active process instead of rote learning with the regular textbooks. So, in this way, I feel is that collaborating a physics class with the sports that really boosts the spirits of the learners and it helps him a lot to become a great person. Thank you.
Thank, thank you, sir. Your opinion on integrating combining sports and physics is coming from an interdisciplinary approach where we're talking about merging sports and physics together. It's very wonderful and very insightful, and I think this is the thing that NEP current national education policy also focuses on, making subjects interdisciplinary and approachable, and make subjects that you can learn by doing. So thank you for sharing your point. Uh, Iqbal sir, I would invite you to speak a little bit more about this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, sports and games, sir, plays a vital role. Everyone accepts. Uh, Compared to the India to the foreign countries, the foreign countries gave the utmost priority to the sports and games along with the education. So here in India, a few years back, uh, such kind of priority or importance, utmost faith was not given to the sports. So that's why our children who are studying for example, when we are as a child, when I was a child, so there is no there is hello.
Hello, yes sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think Iqbal sir has lost the contact, maybe.
No, sir. No, sir. Please.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when I was a child, so I never participated in the sports and games because there was no our teachers or our management or our government gave the so kind importance to that sports and games and education. But nowadays in the modern era, each and every one, the management, the government, the parents, the teachers, the community, each and every one try to give the importance to the sports and games along with the education. That is a drastic change we are seeing here. So sports and games is a integrated in all subjects and especially in the maths and physics also we can read, we can learn how, for example, when the student is watching the cricket, means he knows that over means six balls. The six balls is related to the mathematics, and IPL match means 20 overs, 20 into 6, 120 balls. These all related to the mathematics. So in this way, the student learn each and everything in mathematics by playing sports and games. And I would like to give some more example. Child calculate the average each player's contribution, such as scores, hit the games they are watching. So that is nothing but mathematics. And the students compare and contrast the both teams' final scores. For example, in India and Australia playing the cricket match, so playing the cricket match, if India wins the match against the Australia, what is the total score done by our India? That is nothing but the mathematics. And children understand how the graphs are made by watching the uh, hockey or cricket match. The graphs may be shown there. So even heads and tails in the excellent concept to use when teaching children about statistics and probability. What is probability? With a probability, a single coin toss will have two possible outcomes, either heads or tails. So the chance getting either side is 50%, means probability is there. So in this way, the probability chapters also we can learn through by watching the games. And geometry, which angles are needed for player to kick the ball to the into the goal. That is nothing but geometry. And where it comes to the physics, the concept in physics, like the relation between the speed, gravity, and weight, can be taught by a game of throwing balls using balls of different weights. In such a way, we can learn each and everything from all the subjects by playing sports and games. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Kusum ma'am to speak a few words on this topic. Sorry, ma'am, we can't hear you. You are on mute.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
all the
you are.
topics are covered by my friends. I think we'll move on to the next question.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. So I just want to give up a little bit feedback, dear teachers. You have I'm so humble, and so the discussion is going so intellectually charged that each and every point is being able to cover. So I'm glad that I'm having this live session with you. I will quickly move towards the next question, and which is a very important question. We have spoken about it a little bit in our past question, but what do you think is the role of a parent and community? What role do parents and the community play in supporting integration of sports into the curriculum? What is their role into this? How are you seeing parents and community supporting the integration of sports into the curriculum? And I would like to invite Kusum ma'am first for this.
So, regarding the community and the parents, in olden days when we were young, we are not supposed to play games, that to girls. So we don't have a lot of opportunities. We are not supposed to come out. Means we are not able to, though we are talented, though we are enthusiastic to play games, we cannot cope up with the boys those are playing. And our parents used to restrict to some extent to go and play outside. But I think the situations now has been changed because we can see a lot of girls with no gender, so gender equality we can see here, and we can see even girls are also coming up to participate in a lot of sports and games. So how we can say motivate our parents and also the community in supporting this integration of sports into the curriculum. So parents they play a very key role in this making our students to be sports effective. So how can we motivate the parents? The first thing I think we have to motivate our parents. We have to identify the students, those who are capable enough to uh, be taken into some sports. And then I think as teachers, it is our duty to motivate the parents also and make them understand that the games and sports will help them for a bright future. And I think about the community, we can may ask the community and we can take the help of the community elders and prepare a ground for the students to play. Most of the schools, especially in our area, we don't find a lot of playground or something for the students to play. So it's my personal experience. So what we have done is we asked the community, we just had a request to them, and what we are so happy that they donated the ground for our students to play. So it took at least 6 months. We are not able to do it in a day or two. So we have gone every day. We used to go and speak with them, and we used to motivate them. We used to request them, and now our children are so happy that they are having a games period. So I think this problem is there for most of the schools. If they are having a big playground and if the students are able to play in the school itself, well and good. But what about the students, those who are not able to play, those who can play but they don't have an opportunity to play in the school? So maybe here comes the participation of the community and the parents. I think this is the important thing I would like to share. And can my colleagues continue my session?
Okay. May I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. In today's competitive world, what the parents are thinking that sports has a minor role to play, and the students have to focus more upon the academics. So it forms our responsibility as a teachers to motivate the parents that if they encourage their children to participate in the sports, that may help them to develop, as we have discussed, all the qualities like the social emotionals, leaderships, collaboration, teamwork, self-discipline, and all those things. We have to explain the parents, and the parents should be encouraged, and parents should also support them with the kids also for playing certain sports for, and also they have to accompany the children while participating in some games, in mostly in rural areas. While we are dealing with our school children, this is the most problem we face. Though the children are very active and enthusiastic and ready to play in participate in most of the games, the parents restrict them. We won't send our children, mainly the girl children, to certain areas, and we won't allow them to stay at nights in other places. Like that, they will restrict their children. But the parents should encourage them so that they can develop all kinds of emotions and the necessities they have to learn, and all those things. And also, coming to the community, ours became an apartment culture in the cities also, and there is no place to play. And so communities may extend their help by organizing such events, even now and then, relating to some particular days or so, by organizing certain kinds of sports among the apartment children. Like that, they can encourage the children for participating in this kind of activities. And the community may also help the local schools, the government schools, with their donations to supply the kits, and also providing the grounds and all those things. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Would Anil Babu sir would like to go ahead with the discussion on this?
sir, can I continue?
Sorry.
Should I continue?
Yes, yes, you can continue.
Yes. Could I speak out about something, few words about regarding this topic? With your permission.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, in this regarding, parents and the community plays a vital role in supporting the integration of sports in the curriculum, because without their support and encouragement, this is not happen at all. Why? Because in this world of competition, digitalization, and everything going behind mathematics, biology, MPC, BPC, arts, sciences, and physical sports, they were neglected. They were neglected in our school, even in the curriculum. It is not given much importance. They feel like the parents feel like the students are wasting their times. They are wasting their time instead of going studying in the classrooms, doing excellent performances in the academic side of my child. They are much worried that their child is wasting their time. So, in this regarding, in particular in classrooms and in schools, conducting school management committees, parents meeting plays a vital role, because it is the place where we tell about the detailed report, the portfolios of our children to the parents. We explain in detail to the parents about our children. Why? Because in our schools, we come across many children. There are many children who are less qualified, less interested in academic side, but they do excellent performances in games and sports. We come across when we conduct any competition for any national games, I mean national festivals like Independence Day, Sports Day, or Teachers Day, or Children's Day, we ask children to get less marks in their academic side, but they always grab the prizes in their games and sports. So at this juncture, it is our duty to identify that spark of games and sports in the students, and it is our responsibility to tell the parents, to convince the parents, or to request the parents that to encourage the children a particular game. A boy who is good at runner, who is good at, is very good athlete, is very good football player, is very good kabaddi player, or there is a chance that we can identify them and we should identify them. So we should encourage the parents. Even the government of Andhra or the government of India is encouraging many sports person by giving scholarships, by supplying gifts or kits, sports kits, and even there are many organizations, they are conducting many games and sports tournaments, encouraging the tournaments. So during this sense, we should create a positive impact on the parents, that it is better to encourage the children in games and sports to the boy who is less in academic side, because the people are much worried about that. They come to our schools, they come to our places and tell, he's not good at maths, he's not good at science, he's not good at physics. So yeah, I will take him to the work. I take him to my workplace. So he is wasting his time. He's not learning learning anything in the school. So he gives a very great complaint to us. As these complaints are day by day increasing, we are losing some confidence. Our government schools, teachers, or schools, we are losing some confidence that there is no quality education, nothing is happening in our school. At this juncture, to the identified players, to the identified the next generation champions, we have to create, as a teacher, we have to create some confidence among the parents, give them opportunities, encourage them, tell them, motivate them to encourage their students particularly. At the same time, we also should encourage, create a sportive spirit, even what type of game they are playing. In our villages, particularly in our rural areas, we see the old people or the younger people playing snake game. I mean, something, a little bit of games on the nearby uh, place there. So even there, they develop a spirit of competitive spirit, and there that should increase them, and it should encourage our students. So that is why the elderly persons in the society, the political leaders, the righteous persons, the senior sportsmen, all should play a vital role and should encourage the parents and the community to support the children to play the games and sports. Why? Because this is very important for the slow learners, low learners, because as they are low learners and slow learners academically, there is a lot of chance for them to get out of our school and move away for some other work. So it is our responsibility to motivate and educate our parents and the community to support the children towards the games and sports. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Iqbal, sir, would you like to contribute to this point?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Slogan.
Now, here the question is, a role do parents and the community play in supporting the integration of sports into the curriculum? So it's a very clear on the part of the parents whether they are doing or not. What is that? Whether they encourage the student, encourage their children towards to participate in the sports or games. So it is left to the parents. But as a community means we are the part and parcel of the community. We are the teachers who change the fate of the students in the lives. So it's a great responsibility on the part of the teacher. Community means we are the main source that who is the teacher, who is the student, and what are his instincts qualities, and what the interest of the student, either in sports and games or in education. So it is the responsibility of the teacher to find out the interest of the students and make them to reach what they wish. So here I would like to say two live examples of our school that 2 years back in our school, high school, 10th class students passed their examination. One boy got the marks 540 marks, and there is one girl who got the 550 marks, who got the highest score. The girl got the highest score 550 out of 600, but whereas the boy got 540 out of 600. But both the students apply for the IIT. So why I'm saying this example here, both the students apply for the IIT. Then the management selected the boy who got the 540 out of 600 by eliminating that girl who got the 560. What's the reason behind this? There is one crucial, important, vital aspect is there. That is, the boy participated in the district level swimming competition. He won the prize, first place in the district level. So on the basis of the district level prize, he selected for the IIT seat rather than that girl. So with this, we can conclude that sports and games are very important. And on the base of the sports, we reach to the high level, zenith level. And one more example is that in the movies we saw, Dangal movie is there. In that, the father is Amir Khan, and who encouraged her two daughters in wrestling. So he encouraged, motivated the girls to participate in the wrestling. Why? Because the father is already a champion of the wrestling. So the two girls, they participated. The female girl participated not with the females. They participate with the male persons in wrestling competition. So that is the live example. So they got the medals on behalf of the country, India. So there is we should not discourage the girls, and we should not show the bias, the gender bias between the children, that the boy has to play, the girl has not to play. We should not say like that. We have to encourage, we have to motivate, and give the chance, give the golden opportunity to the girls also. Then only they will get the fame and name, not for their parents and not for the teachers, but also for the whole nation. So it is essential, the sports and games, it is a part and parcel of the education. As a teacher, we have to inculcate the competitive sports spirit among the students. So then only they will become a good citizens of the country. Winning or losing is a secondary. First of all, they have to participate in the game or sports, and it creates a competitive spirit among the students. They will get the positive energy, and they know the rules and regulations of the games, and they become a learn the discipline life. So finally, ultimately, I would like to say it is the first and foremost responsibility of the teacher to uplift the students towards sports and games. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. And very rightly said that we have to also address the gender bias, and you can uh, the way that you have put down the point that we have to encourage all students also to the games. That is very important to understand, and I'm glad that you have said that. And I respect that also. Moving ahead, I would like to go with the last questions of today's session, and that would be around, and in what ways do you think that sports integration promote valuable life skills such as teamwork, leadership, and time management? We have already in our part of our questions that we have discussed is that this helps in collaboration, this helps in leadership. I would like to invite teachers right now here to think in a more lines of how rewards functions can. How do you think about rewards? How do you think about what do you think about in terms of recognition? Do how can sports be integrated in such way where these life valuable skills of teamwork, leadership, and time management can be taught? And I invite teachers to speak on this.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for this question. I would like to focus upon the time management. So, for certain sports, the time management is restricted. So, if only they have completed in time, they will be rewarded. Otherwise, they will be losing that. In the same way, the students they have to learn the time management in relation to their academic performances also while writing the exams. Okay, they have to finish in certain time. Though they know very much, they cannot write, right? Like that, if we have to practice the time management and the leadership and the teamwork also. The leadership, in that, what they have to do, they have to accommodate all their team members and they have to lead them in a right way. For that, they may have different types of team members in their team. They have to empathize with them and they have to sympathize with them and they have to provide chance with them, and some may be very rude, that they may be going to fight that they were not being given the chance, that they have to accommodate them, they have to pacify them, that they have to explain them all these things and they will be given the chance. Like that, they have to plan the things to manage the team. So they will learn all such life skills through organizing these kind of sports activities. That's what I would like to focus upon.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to invite Iqbal sir to say quick words about this. What are your opinions and perspective on this, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. With the participation in the sports and games, definitely it will develop overall well-being and happiness of the students in the school environment. For example, like a in a mathematics, there is a triangle and three edges are very important to become a triangle. Likewise, here I'd like to say the first angle is character built traits. It means the trait means qualities. The qualities that build the character, it becomes character built traits. So among them, the first one is through playing the sports and games, the students they inculcate the self-confidence and self-esteem. That is nothing but self-respect. And the second one is manage emotions. So by playing the sports and games, the students learn the rules and regulations of the games. What is the criteria we have to play here? Like that, from that games and sports, the students able to manage their emotions in a balanced way. Because nowadays in the present era, the students, along with the education, they are not behave properly in the classes, at the school level, and at the house level. So that's why the manage emotions is a very important aspect. This could be happen only with the playing of sports and games, and also the social skills. By playing the sports and game, the students have opportunity to express their views clearly with their friends. So in that way, they learn what are the skills in the society and the patience. It's a very important to have a patience. The playing in the game or sports, they have to maintain the patience, and we have to give the chance to the first to this person, and the second place to this person. We have to give the order of priority. So if the captain he wants to play first, but he has to give the chance to the all the other members of the team, and finally he would like to play. So the patience is very important, and accept the defeat. So by playing the sports and games, we already told that winning or losing, that is not the important. Just participating and follow the competitive spirit. That is the most important. And the teamwork. Here, I would like to say one saying: the more we and less me. The more we and less me. Then only the team will win each and every match. If the captain shows his ego power to before the other members, he can't win the match. So respect the authority of all the management. By playing the games and sports, we can learn each and everything. So not only that, the second angle of the triangle is psychological benefits. What are the psychological benefits? For example, by playing the sports and games, the student reduce the obesity. Why? Because nowadays there is the great technical device comes among us, that is a mobile. It hinders, it obstacles, it paves the obstacle to all the children from playing the sports and games. After coming from the school, all the children they take the mobiles and they're watching the YouTube or the Google or the songs, etc., etc. So we have to give the chance the children to play. Then their health conditions will become in a proper manner. And the second one is reduce the chronic vascular tensions, reduce the blood sugar. It regulates the blood pressure. When we play the games, it regulates the blood pressure also. And it strengthens the lungs. And by playing the games, we improve the energy levels. We improve the coordination and balance. And also we improve the sleeping habit. Because by watching the mobiles, generally the students, they sleep at late nights, 12 or 1 o'clock. That is not good for their health. So by playing the sports and games, they become tired and they want to relax or sleep. So in this way, by playing the sports and games, it creates a happiness and healthy growth also. And the third angle of the triangle is performance enhancement. And the students who played sports and games, they show a marvelous academic performance. And and the students find their passion, find their hobby. What is my hobby? What is my passion? What I have to do? They learn in each and everything by playing with the games and sports. And lastly, they stay in a right track. So the sports and games are very, very essential, and it develops a versatile personality of the student. That is nothing but overall development of the student. When the student develops a overall, then only he can shine like a sun, and the rays spread to the our society and overall to our country. So I thank you very much for giving me this kind of opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Quickly, Kusum ma'am and Ratna sir, would you like to add points on this? Yes. Ratna sir, you can go ahead.
That's right, sir. So really, this sports integration promote valuable life skills. It contributes to one's social and personality development. Particularly, if you look into is used for enhanced social relationships here. The students who are actively engaged in sports tend to develop a strong bond with the other students. He has a very good crew of friends or students along with him. So it shows some social relationships. This is because they have to work as a team, which teaches them to enhance social relationships as well as leadership qualities. Here, regarding the leadership skill, a goal is set and your character is built here. So these sports helps them improve their self-esteem, social interaction, and a more positive outlook of life. So this is very important in part of our student. Next point regarding it develops the life skills. Playing sports not only helps in developing physical and mental health, but also develops the life skills of the student. Sports activities teach students ethics, values, discipline, and a sense of mutual trust that we are lagging in these days. Ethics, what we learned that what we feel after Corona, our children were indifferent. They lost their ethics. They lost their values. There is no relationships, degradation of relationships, degradation of moral values. So all we are seeing here, but these sports activities teach us moral values, ethics, and important discipline, and particularly mutual trust between the team members, between his friends. The sportsmanship spirit helps to deal with various phases of life gracefully, as well as avoid evils such as drugs and suicide we are seeing today because of a lot of lack of confidence, because of many evils happening around, because of a low ethics, low spirit, low understanding. They are losing their lives as suicide. This signifies the importance of sports in life because a sportsman doesn't do all these type of evil activities.
Yes, sir.
And lastly, regarding the time management and discipline, if a student plays a sport, they must stick to a particular timeline to perform the task, following the set of rules and regulations of the game. This is very important. Understanding the concept, following the rules and regulation, setting up the rules and regulations, these are very important. Why? Because all the rules and regulations nowadays they were broken. They are not followed. They are being carried away by the whims and fancies of the others. They are being dragged away because nobody, the person, some of the people, many people, they are breaking the rules and regulations. But a sportsman, a disciplined person, doesn't do it. So in this regarding, they need to be patient here. The student need to be cautious and frequent in their efforts, which ultimately help students improve their time management in the skills of different fields of his life. And nextly, better values, develop better values, skills like patience, teamwork. So as we learn, there are some of the life skills: teamwork, leadership, accountability, patience, self-confidence, and prepare the students to face life challenges. So students get a chance to work on their physical and mental abilities to achieve goals in their life. So sports integration promotes all these valuable skills in a person to become a greater, and a glorified student in future. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes, sir. Kusu ma'am, would you like to add a few points quickly? So,
I
yeah,
think everything is said by my colleagues. On behalf of my colleagues, I really thank Gurushala team for making us a part of this spotlight session. And I would like to give a small request to my teachers, those who are watching this one. ఎన్టీఆర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ నుంచి వాచ్ చేస్తున్న టీచర్స్ అందరికీ ఒక చిన్న విన్నపం అండి. గురుశాల అనే ప్రోగ్రాము బర్డెన్ అయితే కాదండి, మనకి ఇట్ ఈస్ మన బాధ్యత అనుకోవచ్చు. దీని నుంచి మనం చాలా నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. నాకు తెలిసి మీ కొలీగ్స్ ఎవరైతే ఇది వాచ్ చేస్తున్నారో ఇలాంటివి చాలా ఇంకా జరుగుతాయి. అలాగే ఆన్లైన్ సెషన్స్ చాలా జరుగుతాయి. గురుశాలలో మీరు గనక లాగిన్ అయ్యి దాన్ని గనక చూస్తూ ఉంటే ఒకటి ఉంది కదా, సినిమాలో ఒక డైలాగ్ ఒకటి ఉంది, కాఫీ తాగితే కదా తెలిసేది నచ్చుతుందో లేదో అని. సేమ్ అట్లాగే గురుశాలలకు ఒకసారి లాగిన్ అయ్యి చూడండి. మీకు దాంట్లో ఉన్నవి బెనిఫిట్ గా అనిపిస్తే మాత్రం డెఫినెట్ గా అది ఫాలో అప్ అవ్వండి. దయచేసి మీ పక్కన మీ కొలీగ్స్ కి, మీ టీచర్స్ కి, మీ స్కూల్స్ లో ఉన్న టీచర్స్ కి కూడా గురుశాల గురించి చెప్పమని గురుశాల నోడల్ పర్సన్ ఎన్టీఆర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ గా ఒక చిన్న విన్నపం మీకు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఫర్ అస్. I would like all the teachers of NTR district to please log in Gurushala and watch the upcoming sessions. This is one of the fruitful sessions that we have conducted now, and we are going to do this kind of sessions. I think more sessions are yet to come. And when you log in into the session and when you start watching this one, I think you will be addicted to this session, definitely. Because There are incentives, there are solutions to our problems, and there are a lot more what we can learn from, not from our teachers, but from teachers all over the world. I think that is what I want to say as a nodal person of Gurushala and their district. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words. I'm very humble and grateful for the words that you have just spoken. And to sum it up, today's kind of a live session on Spotlight on sports integration in curriculum. Thanks, Nagalakshmi ma'am, to give us your crisp insights on how do we integrate sports. Thank you, Iqbal sir, for giving us a lot of examples and elaborating them. And thank you, Ratnakamal Babu sir, speaking well on diseases and how we can balance with the introduction of integration into sports and curriculum, interdisciplinary and other kind of a uh, example you have provided. We are very humble and grateful. And thank you, Kusum ma'am, for your kind words and also elaborative way of explaining how sports integration is important. I would just like to um quickly give you a little bit update about Gurushala campaigns that Gurushala is currently running. So Gurushala is currently running a Teachers Changemakers campaign in which you can find a link in the comment section right now, everyone. And I encourage all to apply for this. In this Teacher Changemaker program, we are inviting teachers to go through our modules and learn from them and apply them into the classrooms. There are incentives and there are other recognition that we give, and there are a lot of services that we provide. I must encourage everyone to visit the link that has been given in the comment section. We are also running a storytelling campaign, and I would love to hear a lot of stories from the NDR region teachers. We are running this campaign called Rangile Panne, Ek Kahani Ek Zubani. So in this campaign, we would like to invite you to visit Gurushala, the gurushala.co, to submit your story. In this campaign, we encourage all the teachers, students to share their inspirational stories. As we have already spoken this kind of stories in our this live session, we would also want some kind of inspiration stories that motivates you, motivates children, and we are accepting the entries in the form of text, video, and audio recording also. You can visit the page and you can also visit that link we have just provided in the comment section. I also encourage you to download and sign up on Gurushala and click on the banner for storytelling campaign if you want to participate in that and fill the form. You can also take a screenshot of the screen and scan the QR code. You might have a Google search bar on your phone. You just have to click that camera button and scan this screenshot. You will be able to download the Gurushala application, or you can directly go to the Google Play Store, search Gurushala, and this application logo will already will be visible in front of you, and you can download that. Uh, with that, we also request you to give us ratings, give us reviews. Reviews are some kind of a feedback that we, encourage every teachers to give and humbly take responses and action on the feedbacks. And thank you. If any queries, you can write down to us at info@gurushala.co. And thank you, teachers, finally, to give this live session an intelligent discussion and also a direction. And I would love to meet you all again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.